We're here. We are here. Not hungover, but it is a somber Tuesday Hangover live show.
It
Welcome.
is somber. It is somber because a great season came to an end last night in an embarrassing, sad way, and yeah, that's why we're somber. It's 2024 season was fun as hell.
Mason M, what's up? Davey OG, hell yeah. Nobody crying in their beers or coffees. I suppose it's 1:15. Maybe everybody's having their energy drink now after lunch, but no crying in those puppies today.
I go straight to water after lunch. A lot of water in the afternoon for me.
A lot of water. Yeah, I drink a lot of water. I always mix in a bubbler. Got to get a little oomph there, a little bit of oomph. We'll let some people trickle in here. Talk some, put a little bow on our hangover show. We won't have another one till preseason.
Yeah, I guess you'll have. Did you get a hangover from a preseason game?
Yeah, probably. Actually, no, I don't really get hungover, fortunately. But yeah, we'll give her a couple minutes. Say hello as you come in the comments. Hit that like button.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Hit the like, subscribe if you haven't. I couldn't imagine there's any non-subscribers here, but you never know.
Let us know how you're feeling emotionally. If there's some way we can help, we would love to make you feel better.
Yeah,
physically or emotionally.
Whatever we can do, I'll send pics.
That will make nobody feel better. That'll make people feel gross.
Yeah.
But the offs. Hello from White Bear Lake. Hello, Dino.
Hey, Dino.
Hell of a. I believe Dino was the purple dinosaur in the Flintstones.
And did he belong to Fred and Wilma, or was he Barney's?
I don't know. It's also a wonderful bar. If you're ever up in the Two Harbors area, the Landino, right on 7th Avenue. Great bar. Love going there. Usually get fairly drunk when I go there.
Yeah, and for you non-locals, it's the Harbor Landing, but everybody calls it the Landino here in PH.
Davey OG's been emotionally dead since our last Super Bowl. That's a long time to be dead, man. That's a long time to be dead inside.
Yeah, it really is. I'm glad he's still with us, though. His spirit, I guess, is here.
He is. He's there. He's ready to go. I'm expecting a minimal crowd today, which is fair. People probably either don't want to talk about Vikings or just, you know what, just it's too soon. But let's just hop balls deep into this.
Yeah, and we're an hour later than normal, so it's not really lunchtime for a lot of the normal crowd here for this show. Yeah, let's start into. So we talked about emotions already. So after these two losses, what's the biggest emotion we're feeling? What is it? What's going through our hearts right now?
John Carlone says, "I was more optimistic at season end about the future."
That means the last year.
Last year? Really? Last year was rough. That was a rough ending, man. But John,
we had no option at quarterback.
Whatever makes you feel better, buddy. I'm with you. I'm just happy we're not talking about kickers. Sign Trey Smith. All right, what was your question? I was completely.
Just what's the biggest emotion you're feeling right now at the end of the season? Like with what you saw, the last couple of weeks, the whole ride. What are you feeling right now?
What's the Pixar? What's the movie where they're all the balls and the emotions?
It's Inside Out.
Inside Out. So which emotion are we feeling today? Anger, sadness, relief.
Relief?
I don't know. I'm happy that it's over. Happy that the Band-Aid's been ripped off. Everybody, all Vikings fans, supposedly, based off of Twitter and all the comments, knew this was coming. Coming. We weren't going to win anything, so maybe there's a little bit of relief there. What are you feeling, Lupagus?
After last night, the biggest emotion going through me is embarrassment. I'm embarrassed by this team's performance.
Really? Wow.
The 9 sacks. Last week was more disappointment and maybe surprise. This week, I'm just embarrassed. It's the playoffs, national stage. You win 14 games, and you get smoked by a 10-7 Rams team that was displaced. That had it was just. It was a national stage. It was, and now and this is what we are now. We're like the first 14 win team that was a wild card team, first 14 team win team that's going to be eliminated in the first round of the playoffs, first 14 win team that's going to have the 24th overall pick. All these new lows that the Vikings are now going to be associated with. It's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed.
Well, you got to take into consideration if you're looking at the new 14th. Like we haven't had 17 games for that long, so. It's not like these
We're
are
still
from,
first. It's the Minnesota Vikings.
I'm just saying, like, if it was still a 16 game, whatever, Like it would mean a little bit more, but there's gonna be a lot of firsts with the new amount of games. Embarrassment. All right, no, I don't know what a counselor, or not a counselor, a therapist would say right now, but embarrassment's fair. I'm not embarrassed really at all. I'm not mad. I genuinely, I said it yesterday. I'm just very sad, and I'm not sad that it's over. I'm just sad that like everything they did, the great season, how mad everybody is, how pissed off everybody went from 0 to 10 immediately off of this, which is fair. But like, I'm just sad this is how it ends because Sam, I mean, there were so many good things that happened this season, so many damn good things. And everybody just flips the switch and is pissed off and is mad. Like, I'm just sad that that's the way it ends. Like Sam Darnold, great season, free agency class, great free agency class. Like there's a lot of things to take away moving into the future that the Vikings have in place. And people will come back. People come back in a couple weeks, start looking towards the future and start realizing some of these things. But I'm just sad. I'm not even pissed. Like, I'm not even like, I slept fine last night. I really did.
I didn't sleep well. It wasn't because of the game. I wasn't even really thinking about it. Sadness is definitely fair. It makes a ton of sense. And, a lot of people are falling back here on Twitter, like, nothing was expected of us this year. Well, when you win games the way they were winning and then the way that the season went, like expectations are now created. Like this was a very good football team. They're hitting on all cylinders, even like Green Bay that they ended on such a high at home. And all of a sudden just this complete drop off. And again, they do say in the playoffs, your biggest weaknesses get exposed. That's definitely true. You can call it Detroit game, a playoff game, same kind of atmosphere. The game last night against the Rams, same thing. So, it just sucks.
I was more mad about the Lions game. I was more defeated after the Lions game than I was last night because deep down I just kind of felt that this not this type of whooping, but I was scared of the Rams the whole damn time. And like you see, I mean, Rick, fair comment, but you see a lot of these like that isn't for nothing. Like, look at the free agency class. Look at players that might want to come and play here. You think they want to go play for some shitty ass team that won 3 games this year? Hell no. I mean, look at 14 games. Kevin O'Connell. Everybody loves Kevin O'Connell. So even though the season ends in a effing disaster, like to me, it was not for nothing. Not for nothing at all. They know they got the Grenards, the Van Ginkels, the Cashmans. They got some of these guys in place that they can build around. They don't got to go find new guys there. Like they're ready to roll.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about this today, like, because the playoffs is one and done. You win 14 games. What's it all matter in the end when it comes down to one game? But if you go through it all again, I don't want to win every single game again. Like, as those are going, of course you want to win. You always want to win, get the wins. I'm not going to be like, I don't care. What we need is 9 wins to get in the playoffs, and we'll see what happens. No, win every game you can. So, 14 wins, it's great. And that is something to accomplish and be proud of in a season where we're supposed to suck. But, again, this team raised the expectation level, got everybody into it, shit the bed.
I think a lot of people are mad that they didn't want. There's a lot of JJ McCarthy guys out there. I think we both are very big JJ McCarthy guys. Like when Sam Darnold was doing good, like I think they're mad that they got on the Sam Darnold train and they didn't want to, and then he made them. Then he broke our hearts. Like it was an emotional roller coaster. It's like I don't like Darnold. Holy shit, he's actually good. God, he screwed us.
Yeah, no, Darnold won me over. Like I was very anti-Darnold. You know that. You were a way bigger Darnold fan than I was. Mid-season, I started warming up, and then like it got to the point where he was playing well enough where, like, you look at those JJ McCarthy trade scenarios, you actually would have to consider it. Assuming Darnold was going to play the way he was going to, keep on playing the way he was. Like he played that well to make that an actual talker. So good for Sam Darnold for that. It's just too bad it all came crashing down so quickly.
It's all coming back. All right, yeah. So. I think everybody's a little emotionally drained. I am weirdly very, very excited to start talking free agency draft, guys they might bring back, guys they won't bring back. So be sure to stay tuned because January, February, March, man, we go butt ass naked. We go balls to the wall on videos. You're gonna be sick of our faces.
We're not actually naked though, so don't.
I might. We get Trey Smith. I'll stand here nude for about 3 hours, just not saying anything.
All right. So what's the biggest? All right, we're all talking about the way we feel, but what's the biggest reason? Why did this happen? Why did the season end the way it did these last 2 games? The biggest reason. John, listen off all the needs there.
I think you could put a 2 in front of that CB as well. Maybe a 3.
Yeah.
Why did it go off? Why did we suck? The last 2 games, I'm just, you got to throw it on Kevin O'Connell. Have to. Everybody talking today, the Rams, supposedly the Rams defensive scheme was exactly like the Lions. They saw what the Lions did, what Aaron Glenn did, and they did the same thing, and they did the same thing. Like, you got to make adjustments. You got to do something different, and we didn't. So it's KOC. I love KOC. Love him more than anything. How can you not put this on the coach? Such a 2 teams we've already played, and we still lost to them.
Yeah, I mean, KOC is definitely a big part of the blame, but I'm going Sam Darnold. Like, the coach calls the plays, makes the plays. The players have to execute, and Darnold those last 2 games did not execute. The Detroit game, overthrowing guys, throwing short, throwing wide, just off. Last night, holding the ball forever. I know his O-line did him no help. The O-line's right up there too. But holding the ball, taking sacks, not throwing it away when you have a chance to do that. Sam Darnold crumpled under the pressure, and big reason why these last 2 games are so disgusting.
Well, yeah, I mean, but the last 2 games, you said how it's up to Kevin O'Connell to settle Sam Darnold down and get him in a groove, and that never happened.
It didn't happen. Same time you said, well, how can you do that? I mean, he was off. Darnold was off.
I know. I don't think you can do it, but like, I don't know, wavering a little bit there.
No, it's all Darnold for me. Like, we said it going in this game. Like, if he's the way he is against Detroit, there's no chance. Like, it can completely hinders what the coach can do, and the quarterback cannot do his job. So,
if Sam Darnold was on any other team this year, he wouldn't even have close to the numbers, close to the wins he would have. Like, Kevin O'Connell Miyagi'd the shit out of this guy, and he just crumbled under pressure.
What I don't get either is, like, the O-line hasn't been great all season. Why now? Why is it all of a sudden?
Sam Darnold was holding on to the ball way longer than he has all season the last 2 games. Way longer. There was a play where he had it for 7.8 seconds or something I saw. And we're going to talk about that because, yeah, that's just absolutely insane. And let's go on the underreactions and overreactions.
Let's start with overreactions. A lot of them in the comments last night. One that was coming out there a lot was Vikings are frauds. They're frauds. This team sucks. Vikings are frauds this year. Were the Vikings frauds this year?
No, they're not frauds. Nobody wins 14. Even in 2022 when we won 13 or whatever it was, same thing. Oh, they got lucky. You don't get lucky that much. 0% frauds. We lost to 2 teams. All year, and both these teams have a legitimate shot of repping the NFC in the Super Bowl. Yep. Rams absolutely have a chance to go to the Super Bowl. Lions are favored to go to the Super Bowl. So, fraud, shove it up your ass.
No, definitely not frauds. Overachievers, maybe that's a fair one. That's a better word, but definitely not frauds.
I don't know if they really I don't know. I mean, it's surprising.
Yeah.
All right, what are we on? Overreactions? I got just back to the offensive line. I mean, they didn't play good, but like 9 sacks. Sam Darnold, the amount of time he held on to that ball, watching all the clips today and watching everybody break it down, it's like anybody's going to get sacked that many times. Sam Darnold, those sacks weren't completely on the offensive line. And we hammered on them, and we need different offensive linemen. It was definitely an issue, but half of those puppies are on Sam. Throw the effing ball, dude.
I think we're doing a count last night. It wasn't like 2 we put on the O-line, 7 on Sam. I mean, it was pretty lopsided.
It says 6 of the Rams' 9 sacks came after 4.4 seconds after the snap. That's insane.
Yeah.
That is absolutely insane.
The fact that there was some actual options to go with those balls early. Like, I mean, the first read was there. He wasn't taking it. I don't understand what's going through his head when he's doing that.
Yeah.
Another one that we kept seeing too was KLC. We need a new play caller. Need a new play caller in here. No way he should be coach of the year. Kind of went hand in hand after the game, and I get the anger, but look what Kevin O'Connell did this year. Everything went through the start of the season. Kyrie Jackson passing away, J.J. McCarthy going down, losing Mekhi Blackman. Later in the season, Christian Darrisaw goes down. No one thinks you're going to do anything. You take this team. It's supposed to be a rebuilding year. You win 14 games. this doesn't change to me, him being coach of the year, what he did, what he's accomplished, everything he overcame to get this team to where it was in a year no one thought they were. And again, nitpicking the play calling for me, I would have liked to see some more runs and sticking with the run a little bit longer in this situation. Maybe do shorter drops with Sam Darnold. I don't know what it was yesterday with him, but most of all, I think there was options open, a lot of those plays that he called, so I didn't really have a problem with his play calling overall.
I think his play calling has been fucking terrible the last 2 weeks. Absolutely embarrassing. The fourth down calls, what he does on third down before he goes on fourth down. Yesterday, running the ball, like at the end of the third quarter, even into the fourth quarter, he's running the ball. Not just once. He's running the ball multiple times, and he has no urgency on his face and to the offense to hurry their asses up. How he's not calling hurry up offense is absolutely insane. I'm a big Kevin O'Connell guy. I love Kevin O'Connell. The way he coached those last 2 games was insane. It was so stupid. And he didn't have a quarterback to help him on the field. But how do you call run plays and not be hurry up offense in the fourth quarter when you're down by 3 scores? And then he does it with 3 minutes left. Then he hurries it up. It's like, dude, do you know the score?
Yeah, I mean, that to me is more head coaching decisions. But do you think
that's what I'm saying? It's all on Kevin O'Connell.
Do you want a different play caller next year?
No, but whatever he did these last 2 games was not what he's done all season. He's not done any of that crap. It was embarrassing. That's the part that's embarrassing. It's like when even the announcers, when they're walking up to the line with like 9 minutes in the fourth quarter, handing it off, they're like, what are they doing? That was embarrassing.
And that's one of my underreactions. Like, I don't think we talk about enough. KLC gave up early on this game. I think Charch tweeted it was 18 seconds in the third quarter. They just let the clock run out. Like, you're down by 3
Hey, man,
scores.
They wanted those 5 yards on the the encroachment. They do that shit one more time, I'll crap my pants.
It makes no sense. Like, I don't understand it. Like, you're down there, and then you run the ball, and you go into like 9 minutes, and it looks like you're just playing to run the clock out. We've been up big on teams many times this year, and what happens every single time that they start going fast, scoring points, getting back into it, making a stop. None of that happened from the Vikings yesterday, and the fact he waved the white flag so damn early, to me, is very, very disturbing, and maybe just shows the complete lack of faith he had in his quarterback.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think it comes to the quarter. They started throwing the ball like crazy with 5 minutes left.
Well, 5 minutes late, you can't win. I don't know.
Well, I know that's thinking. The time you just like hand the ball off. Like, Kevin O'Connell has said nothing but showered Sam Darnold in love for all year. He's still doing it. Like, I just think I think Kevin O'Connell, he's 0-2 in playoffs. I'm not saying he melts in the playoffs, but this was something we haven't seen that before. We haven't seen this. He crapped the bed. He crapped the bed.
And why do it? Like, it's the playoffs. There's no tomorrow. Like, there's nothing like to save guys for. I don't know. It was shocking. I don't understand it at all. A whole quarter to go, and you just give up.
Hey, we had a whole half to go. He gave up. He didn't even try. Brian says we're dead wrong. We probably are. But yeah, KOC, man, you got Justin Jefferson, you got Jordan Addison, you got TJ Hawkinson. You have a pretty damn good running back. Last week we got 9 points. Last week we didn't even score an effing touchdown. This week we get 9 points. At some point, I want KOC. He's here. I love him as a coach. He's gonna call the plays as long as he's here. But that's embarrassing. 18 points in the last 2 weeks with those guys on offense.
Yeah, and that's another underreaction. We didn't talk like that. That's so bad. Like, what was the quarter streak up to with the not scoring a touchdown? That got pretty damn. It was crazy, and
it was tons.
Again, for this team to have this kind of a dip in the season at this point, it's inexcusable. And then not to adjust from last week. I don't know. I don't even know.
Yeah. Anywho,
I do have a positive underreaction. I saw someone post this on Twitter. Maybe we can go off this. A lot of people crying about KLC, Kwesi, but here's the thing. KLC, Kwesi regime, 34-17, division title, 2 playoff appearances, and an era where we're kind of rebuilding. I think we got, the window isn't closing. The window is just beginning to open for this Vikings team. I think we can all agree on that.
Oh, yeah. I think it's wide open. I don't think it's ever, I mean, the way they rebuild, they're never really rebuilding. They're always in contention. Last year, Kirk Cousins goes down. I mean, everybody was injured. That's different. But, like, I don't think they're ever just going to lay down and just be like, all right, let's just scrape this thing. They're fantastic. I mean, anybody complaining about Kevin O'Connell, think about the Leslie Frazier days. Think about, I mean, we've had some shitty coaches. Look at the Bears, the amount they go through coaches. Like, we got our coach. He's fantastic.
Yeah,
so
he ain't going
enjoy
anywhere.
It. And we got a fantastic GM as well.
Yeah, and we're upset with what we saw the last couple of games. We're pissed off about it, and we're going to call him out when he sucks. But there's no doubt in my mind the right guy's in place to lead this team to where we want to go.
Yeah, I mean, the reason we get so pissed off is like expectations are up here now. When you got KOC, when you got some of these players on this team, they're way up here. So, which also adds a lot of pressure to Kevin O'Connell. Got to perform when you got these guys.
You got to perform, 100%. So, yeah, I don't know. You got anything else? Any other reactions or anything?
Not really. I mean, I think the coming weeks, coming months, we'll get a real good idea what's about to go down. I mean, like as far as the Sam Darnold, people will continue to bitch about it, but like he's gone, he ain't coming back. I mean, they're not going to franchise tag him and then try to trade him. He's going to go be a free agent and sign with, maybe it is the Ram. I mean, he's going to sign somewhere. Yeah. I just think it's hilarious. I always think back to when we signed him and I was cutting a whiz at like 2 a.m. and I saw it. I'm like, you got to be shitting me. We got Sam Darnold. Oh, yeah. And look what he did. So I'll always get a kick out of this season. I think it was hilarious. I hope he goes somewhere and rips it up. He's got to go to the perfect situation, though.
Well, I think he has to have a really good O-line. A coach who's like KOC who can
run the same offense. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Freddie really wants to talk about Daniel Jones real quick. Daniel Jones, what do you expect from him?
Daniel Jones will be re-signed in the offseason to a 1-year contract and will back up J.J. McCarthy.
That's 100% what I think as well.
And it will not be overly expensive, and it'll be beautiful. Win, win, win. Nick Mullins' era is over.
I agree. Everything you said is correct. So
Dirk Diggler is going to the Niners. All right. We appreciate everybody hopping on a Tuesday hangover. Videos moving forward are all about the future, baby. Maybe a little bit. Maybe sprinkle a little bit in the past.
Yeah, we probably have to take a look at the draft class, give them a little early grade, something like that. But
not great.
All right, guys. Again, thanks for hopping on Tuesday Hangover. And yeah, a lot of good off-season content coming your way. Hit subscribe if you have not yet done it. And remember this, Dino the Dinosaur did belong to Fred and Wilma Flintstone.
Wow. Confirmed.